What's your standard for excellence? I really want you to think about that. And I'll explain this starting with a story. When I was growing up on the west side of Chicago, one of my favorite hobbies was to go downstairs and play basketball. We lived in what we call a courtway apartment complex, and we lived on the third floor. And right downstairs was a makeshift basketball hoop that my friends and I made with bike rims. And so we would take the spokes out and then we would hammer until we flattened a certain part of the bike rim. And then we would nail that up and we would put our own net up there if we had a net. A lot of times we didn't have a net. And we would play basketball. So anyhow, I remember particularly I was around 10. And one of my responsibilities were to wash dishes at least 3 days a week. Now, we didn't have a dishwasher when I was growing up, so we did it the good old-fashioned way, right? Dish detergent with a dish towel, fresh water, and you rinsed it and you let it air dry, and then you put it in the cabinet. However, one day I really wanted to get outside. And in Chicago, my friends called me JD. And they were like, JD, hurry up, hurry up. We want to play either 3-on-3 or 5-on-5. It all depends on how many people who are outside. So I finished eating. And I remember we were eating spaghetti. And my mother said, JD, once you complete washing the dishes, you can go outside. So what did I do? I did a rush job. Right? Rinsing it and let it air dry. But I couldn't go outside until the dishes were dry and put away. In a haste to get outside, I did not effectively and efficiently wash dishes. Right in the middle of an intense game, my mother, Carolyn Charmaine Davis, opens the door, looks over and says, JD. I said, yes, Mom. So she holds up a glass. Let's see here. Let's just imagine. So she holds up this glass. And in front of all of my friends, she says, baby, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. I'm sorry, everyone. But JD did not wash the dishes properly. So I go upstairs and I see this glass and there's fingerprints and sauce on the glass smeared. And she gave me the glass and she says, I just want you to look at this. She says, would you want a drink behind this? I said, no. And she says, why would someone else in this house want to drink behind this? Here's a lesson I want to share with you today. If you do not pursue greatness, you automatically default to mediocrity. If you don't pursue excellence, you default to average. Rest in peace to my mother and to my grandmother. Two things that I remember them sharing with me while growing up was take pride in what you produce and send out into the world. Let me say that again. Take pride in what you produce and what you send out into the world. Even if you're delivering customer service, a phenomenal customer experience, I don't care what you do. Excellence and greatness is a mindset before it is a behavioral practice. And I still remember my mother used to say, JD, don't half step with it. There's a famous hip hop song and it says, ain't no half stepping. And what I extract from my mother and from that song is to really commit and give it your best shot. If you don't pursue greatness, if you don't pursue excellence, what is your default setting? One of my really good friends, Terry Phillips, always talks about your default setting. Change your default setting. Change your default setting to excellence, to greatness, that you have a standard and you are going to be mindful, thoughtful, meticulous in how you send out whatever you send out into the ethos. So I wish you great success. Rise to excellence, rise to greatness, and produce your best work. And remember, the glass, the spaghetti stains, the fingerprints. You leave a trail. Make your brand and your legacy stand out in sincerity, authenticity, and great support of your core values. Peace out, Dr. J.